My name is Robert J. Bennings. I'm a writer and director, and I welcome you to a special edition of Motor Hunting Productions. But first, I have to make a bit of an announcement. It's regarding my 666 subscriber, and I have a couple of subscribers as lay claim to this. And because of YouTube's new bizarre format, I'm always getting my messages late. So I'm not sure which one was a 666 subscriber. So I'm giving both of them the credit. So the subscribers are in Derbson and Darth Masked Troll. So congratulations to the both of you becoming my 666 subscriber. And now to the crux of the video. February 12th is actually the 1-year anniversary of the Two Bobs series. Since then, it's been a crazy supernatural business for the Bobs. And the series is written and directed by myself. But it is the Two Bobs who carry the episodes with their natural talent for center stage. So in celebrating the 1-year anniversary, I decided to have my subscribers ask them a question and the Bobs will react to it. So, here we go.
Hi, people.
All right. Well, we have some questions from subscribers.
All right.
And I'll ask the Bobs the questions, and I'll submit it to them, and you just answer.
All right.
So here's a few.
Who should answer first? Are you going to direct questions at one or the other of us, or
both of you can answer it? So,
okay.
So you can take turns and answer which way you
can.
Okay.
Have the first
one. Oh, really? Okay.
So it's the first three questions come from a subscriber named Rando71.
Okay. Hello, Randall71.
And his first question is, what is your favorite olds, 30s, 40s, 50s Universal classic horror movie?
Actually,
The Creature from the Black Lagoon, duh.
But that's later.
He said 30s, 40s, or 50s.
Got into the 50s, okay.
Yeah, yeah.
And now what about you?
Well, the granddaddy of them all is the original Frankenstein. Boris Karloff was just awesome.
Excellent. Excellent. And what is your favorite comic book?
Of all time? Or
of all time.
My favorite comic book of all time is a comic book called Starstruck, written by Elaine Lee and illustrated by Michael Kaluta.
Beautiful art.
Fantastic art. It was just reissued by IDW Press. Michael Kaluta expanded the height of all the panels. They've all been recolored. It's brilliant science fiction, fantasy, feminist satire. I love it.
It was one of those first ones on that Baxter paper, that really white paper. We hadn't had that before.
Talk to the camera.
That's how the colors got. I'm telling you.
Okay.
That's how the colors got. So
all right.
Brilliant. And mine, of course, is Superman. You know, you love what you grew up with, and you still love it. Wait for the new movie. Hope it's good.
Okay. I doubt it will be.
When you were a child, what is the first movie you fell in love with?
Rodan.
The Wizard of Oz.
And the Brain Eaters. It's actually kind of a toss-up, I have to admit. I would say Rodan is the one that I actually fell in love with. The Brain Eaters scared the crap out of me.
Okay, this question comes from Teye the Great.
Teye?
Yep, T-E-Y-E.
Oh, I like it.
He's from the south somewhere. I can't quite remember.
That's a fun name to say. No, really, I think that's cool to have a fun name to say.
And he asks, what is your most prized comic collection?
Comic collection. I'm not exactly sure what's the difference between a comic and a comic collection.
Maybe he's asking what kind of series that's
What kind of stuff did
Oh, you mean like sort of an
hold on to
ongoing series that
Yeah,
didn't have
possibly.
a beginning, middle, and end?
Yeah, yeah.
I'm not sure if I exactly have one like that. Probably the closest thing to that for me would be Masamune Shiro's Appleseed. Technically, I guess it's not really finished. And Mark Schultz, is it Mark Schultz? Xenozoic Tales. It's been so long since he's made another one that I sort of forget about it, but I loved it, you know,
Maybe
when
you
they
can
were
do it
coming
again
out.
someday.
Yeah, yeah.
And I have quite a few of the older Green Lanterns still, you know. But my favorite all-time series, I think, even as much as I love the superheroes, was the Tomb of Dracula series.
Okay,
Shut
the
up,
ones that are drawn by Gene Colan?
Yep.
Okay. And written by Marv Wolfman?
Yep.
Okay. Okay, good, good. Okay, the next 3 questions is from myself, Robert J. Meddings. And the first question is, what villains, monsters would you like to battle in the Bob and Bob videos in the future?
Whoa, what villains or monsters? Oh man, that's a tough one. You said there's a science fiction story coming up,
Yeah,
so
yeah.
that'll be cool. Man, I don't know. I can't think of any specific villains or monsters. You know, I sort of tend to leave that up to you. Yeah, but we're doing that one.
They're going to be fun.
That one's coming up.
Yeah.
I'm going to pass that one on to you. I can't think of anything in particular.
Well, I guess it's been done or redone, but you really got to do something Frankenstein-like. You know, you haven't done that yet.
Okay.
Oh, and if we're going to do like classic things, we got to do the Blob.
All right.
We got to fight the Blob.
Okay.
Yeah.
And you get some really cute girl to bite us on the neck. You know,
Sure,
vampire
sure.
movie.
With the green screen effects, anything is possible now.
Okay, now that we have green screen, if he does it right, this should not look green behind us, okay?
And next one question is, what do you enjoy most about making the Bob and Bob videos?
The big paycheck
Yes.
at the end. Yeah.
We haven't been able to spend it all yet. It's just...
Actually, the thing I enjoy most is the hamburgers at that hamburger joint up
That's
in
true.
Simcoe.
That's true.
Really, that makes it all worthwhile.
And I think the trip back is always the most fun because then we're just talking about what we've done and
Yeah.
goofy things and
hamburgers.
and hamburgers.
Yeah.
Okay, and the last question I have is, are there any well-known actors or actresses you would like to see appear in your videos?
Scarlett Johansson.
All right.
Duh.
Excellent choice. I'm not saying that it could happen, but you never know.
Oh, okay.
I act my age though. I want Reba McEntire.
Go for it.
We could sing a duet.
Cool. I could sing a duet with Scarlett Johansson.
You could.
I'm not saying anybody would want to listen to it.
This one is from the Ox.
The Ox, okay.
He asks, how long have you guys known each other?
When did you move back here? When you were living in that?
1990. It was probably 1990. I was, checking out, the comic shops in the area, and I walked into Powerhouse Comics when you were in the store that isn't there
The
anymore.
little one. Yeah.
Yeah, where the Performing Arts Center is now.
Okay.
And you came by and said, "Can I help you with anything?" And
Did I say anything more original than that?
No, it was probably that. And I said something like, "Well, I just moved back to the area and I'm checking out, comic book shops, and looks like you got a cool shop," or something like that. I don't remember actually what I said, but yes, okay, that's what I remember.
I knew he was cool when he said that. So.
All right. And that was the start of a long-lasting friendship.
Yes,
We
yes.
do a lot of movies together. We just we seem to like the same kind of movies.
Except for the
He's
zombie
expanded
movies.
my interest in different kinds of movies, of course. But
And I will
almost
still go
always
see a
enjoy it.
zombie movie now.
Got to twist his arm half the time.
This one comes from Donkey Chewing Horror. And he says, and this is
Wow.
his exact quote, "Yeah, man, I want to ask the two Bobs if and what's their favorite horror or thriller movie of all time."
You want to take that one first?
It's kind of tough.
Well,
I remember seeing Dracula, Prince of Darkness. I don't know, I was in my early teens, and shot the show, and boy, it was like, you know, the kind you watch, kind of like that, and when they'd slash the guy's throat, it was like, but ooh, at the same time.
And who was in that one?
That's,
Was it Christopher Lee?
yeah, Christopher Lee.
Okay.
Yep.
Boy, I'm having to think about that one because I'm actually not a big fan of horror movies. I mean, I know that there are horror movies that I like, but nothing's really jumping to mind right now.
My favorite was The Exorcist. The
Yeah, it was all right.
That's too scary, though.
That was very scary. I'm still scared of that
I
one.
still sleep with the lights on.
Yeah, okay. Okay.
I only watch that one in the daytime.
Boy, I just don't know. I can't think of one offhand. Horror movie. Probably what was that? Really? Oh, well, sort of horror-ish. I can't think of the name of the movie. There's actually a low-budget movie from, I think, the 1950s that I don't know if it was ever acknowledged or really intentional, but it's really the movie that the original Alien movie was clearly based on, whether that was subjective or not. But I can't remember the name of this movie. It was the old needle-nosed spaceship returning from Mars.
Something like It, the monster from outer space, or
no,
something.
that was
like
a different one.
One.
Yeah, but they had this, guy in a suit monster from Mars who was on this ship, and it was working its way up from the lower decks, killing and scaring people as it went along. And when I was a kid, that movie really was good, and it was scary.
I'll have to see if I can track that down on the computer and find out the
So I think you can kind of see, for me, it's got to have a good science fiction element, too, because right now, of course, I'm thinking of the original Thing also, which was, also a really good movie and scary.
Okay, the next one is from a C.A. Thomas. And he asks, what is your favorite original Star Trek episode? He's a big Star Trek fan.
Sure. Oh, favorite one.
From the original show.
Sure. I suspect it is, what was the name of it? The one with the berserker thingy that came in from another galaxy that actually looked like a rolled up newspaper.
Doomsday Machine.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
That I would say that one.
Okay.
I like the one where Spock is to beat up on Kirk.
Oh, so you must be thinking of Mock Time.
Yeah, I kind of put him in his place a little bit,
All right.
Push Spock just so far, and that's it.
Yeah.
That's all it takes.
Yeah.
Way pathological, and you're in trouble.
Now, his next question is, who is your favorite actor to play Doctor Who?
Well, I got to go with the rule of the first actor. Your first actor is always going to be your favorite, so it's got to be Tom Baker.
That's the guy with all the hair.
Yep.
And the scarf.
The
And
teeth
the long
and the scarf.
scarf. Yeah.
He just made him cooler. I mean, he was always cool, but he just nailed that character.
Oh yeah, I just watched The Pirate Planet just like 2 days ago again, and it is so much fun.
That was written by Douglas
Adams. Yeah, that is my favorite Doctor Who episode.
The new guy is really good though.
Matt Smith.
And the guy just before him, of course, he was on for what, 3-4 years?
Yeah.
Gave us some really, really good shows.
Yeah, he was good. He had too many teeth though.
He stayed on about 5 years, David Tennant. So, okay, good. Well, since we're on, this is my favorite Doctor Who is Tom Baker. This is really cool.
So Tom Baker by a landslide.
Yeah, this is actually him from the final season, and this is something I got for Christmas. It's the Tom Baker bobblehead.
Ooh.
Hey, when
look at that!
Bobbleheads?
Look at that! I would love to have a canine bobblehead.
Can people look for that for sale pretty soon? The 2 Bob's bobbleheads.
Oh, yeah.
Speaking of that, one of the best things about the Pirate Planet episode is the epic battle between K9 and the robot parrot that pooped death rays out of its butt.
That was awesome.
Yeah, it really was. Yeah.
That was That was ahead of its time, that episode.
Way ahead of its time.
Next one comes from Gorshak13.
Okay.
And he asks, what is your favorite book of all time?
Favorite book? I doubt if there's an actual favorite book of all time.
I really like The Time Machine. I think that's one of the books that got me into sci-fi.
Yeah. Don't know, you know, I could say Dune, but I have like this kind of suspicion that if I read it again, I just wouldn't enjoy it as much as I did the first time. So, okay, I'm going to go with 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea. Yeah, I mean, I read that when I was a kid. I read it several years ago. It was a new translation that included the anti-British stuff that got cut out of the translation that most of us have read our whole lives, and you know.
And of course, right along with that one, The Mysterious Isle. That was fun too.
Yeah, that was good, but yeah, not one of my favorites.
Well, those are interesting choices. Okay, this next question I might have to answer it for you, but
okay.
I'll. Should
we move our lips?
No, that'll be fine. That's,
okay.
It comes from House of Karloff, 1985, and he asks, I would like to ask him if there are any chance of having more hot, strange women in their latest installments.
Well, that's up to you.
Yeah, that's up
You're
to
the guy writing the scripts.
So there is actually going to be a really hot redhead named Elizabeth Reese.
Okay.
She's going to be appearing in one of the forthcoming episodes.
Ginger, if you're British.
Exactly.
Yeah.
This question comes from Dark One Films, and he asks, would he be willing to appear in one of my YouTube videos?
It depends what it's about.
Okay.
I don't swear in the movies, though. He does.
Okay. I know he does horror videos, so that's something else to think about. Okay. Well, very good. Well, thank you very much.
It depends on the hamburgers.
The hamburgers.
Yeah.
And thank you.
Yeah. Thank you very much for taking the time to answer the questions.
Yeah.
Well, thank you very much for watching the 1-year anniversary question answer video. Please comment. But don't despair, Bob fans. There'll be more episodes coming along this way this summer. And until then, 2 Bobs forever.
2 Bobs get up slower from their chairs, get into some crazy stuff, but as we've seen, they've won their share. When destiny calls out, those 2 Bobs are there, no doubt. 2 Bobs, let's talk about 2 Bobs. 2 Bobs, let's talk about 2 Bobs. Traveling the road of life on a bus with many stops. One on a quest for words, the other spouting songs. 2 Bobs, let's talk about 2 Bobs. 2 Bobs, let's talk about 2 Bobs.
Go America, yeah!